So overall, I do thoroughly enjoy Memento because of how it's structured. I knew it was like off timeline, but I knew it was gonna be off timeline, but I didn't know that it was gonna be this off timeline. When I saw this in Prime Video for free, I'm like, yo, Memento from my favorite director, Christopher Nolan, is free. I get to watch it for free, and it took me forever to watch it for free, but I finally watched it for free yesterday. But we don't know that because he doesn't remember. And then every time now he's just gonna go. He's gonna find a new one because he doesn't remember that he killed him. He thinks it'll be a significant, like, point in his life that he will kill him, but it won't stick with him at all because he of his memory loss. It's not a memory loss. I forgot what's it called, but it's like It's like short term. I don't know honestly. He says it differently, but it is a good film. The ending kind of gets confusing, but it is a good film. This is on my part. It's kind of hard for me to remember. It was hard for me to remember where the scene it began, and then it cuts to the black and white part, and then the scene begins, and then it ends where the scene began before it. It kind of if you knew what I mean, if you know what I mean, it kind of got me my head hurting, like remembering what happens next, what happens at the end anyway. So overall, I do thoroughly enjoy Memento because so naturally I was excited to watch the movie because it's from my favorite director and I've always wanted to watch it because I heard a lot of people say it's amazing and it is amazing. Like don't get it is it's fantastic. Another thing I found the clips. I found that the clips, like the scenes I mean, the memories were getting shorter and shorter and shorter. It was just like I think one scene was just this the guy Pierce finding out he had a coffee thing in his pocket, then driving to the coffee place, and then the scene ended and went to black and white. As well, another thing I kind of found um interesting. This is on my part. It's kind of hard for going into the movie. I had nothing. I had no idea what it was about. I didn't. I All I knew was had Guy Pearce in it, and then the story was told backwards. So I don't know anything. As Chris Stuckman said in his review, if you had no idea what you're going into or something like that, don't quote me on this, but you're gonna go in like very confused. Not confused, but I can't remember the word he's used. But yeah, you will. So when I found out that the black and white parts were going chronologically, I was trying to figure out when they were. Were they before or were they after? I or during. So apparently they're all way before this whole thing happened. So it was going like back. It was like this, and then they met at the middle. It started here, and then something. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of confusing, but what it what I liked about the film, it, the way it's told, be backwards. I mean, everybody has said this already. I have nothing new to add. It it's very weird and it's very weird. I don't want to say this, but it's nothing like I've ever seen before. I never seen a story told backwards. Like that doesn't even make sense. I've seen it like told out of sequence, but I never told it. But I never saw it told like backwards. I don't. I'm gonna need to change the continuing where I left off on why I like it so much. Um, is that he doesn't remember anything. He remembers everything before it, but he doesn't remember anything after that incident. So it actually, you can feel how he feels like you don't remember anything. When in the beginning you're like, "What is this? I don't." You have no memory, and then behind it you have like you get the context, but he doesn't get the context. He just goes through it, and then you kind of forget it because it's like it's very weird. You have to remember where it ended, where it began. It's gonna be where it ended. Then the next scene, so you kind of forget where it began. So wait, you're trying to connect the pieces. Now let's go into what I didn't like. If anything, I didn't like about the movie. I have mostly the problems at the end, because some he supposedly kills the right's John G, but it was that John G, he helped them like over the course of the story, but we don't know that because he doesn't remember. And then every time now he's just gonna go. This was so hard to edit. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me know if I did any good job at it. If you got like it was supposed to be like Memento, like like it was Memento. Did I do good? I don't think I did, honestly.